Okay, so good good morning. Good morning, Sir Vlad. So I'm gonna be presenting gonna be discussing and presenting my second domain. This is my second domain options, which is it's all about deep fakes. So this is the most interesting topic for today's uh year, the mid 2000s, because we are most likely using AI. And then we have this big issues called in the side of the deep fakes. Okay, so moving forward, so I choose these two research papers entitled "What is so deep about deep fakes" in a multidisciplinary thematic analysis of academic narratives about deepfake technology. The second is the analyzing fairness in deepfake detections with a massive annotated databases. So yeah, for that's for 2004 and 2005, which is quite interesting. So this issue is quite interesting because though my first domain is all about it's all about agriculture and marine bio, but then again, this is my second domain, which is uh which is kind of relevant as well because I'm using relevant to my first and second domain. A first domain because it's being used by a machine learning model. Moving forward, so if you're going to talk about deep fakes, so deep fakes is use AI to create realistic fake videos, images. Uh, me, I can I can create my own avatar. Can use my own AI in a version of me to talk and reporting and so on and so forth. But then again, there are issues behind this story, no? And it's commonly built using GANs and using in media, politics, and social media. So it's being looks real, but it's not, you know? And it's made using GANs to inter encoders and seen in media politics. Yes, we've seen this one in our television and in YouTube, especially in YouTube's. And in my example, just I give credits to the YouTube, which I search this most interesting part in terms of fake images, fake videos. Here are the examples of the top presidents of the world, which is it has a version of them, no, talking, singing, and etc. Okay, which is quite interesting. No, if I'm going to scroll this one, if you have time, this page is being monetized, but then again, the they're using the AI version of the presidents, but uh, it's so amazing, right? And of course, we say post challenges in trust, misinformation, and security. So that's we're going to talk about that later on. So if you have time, you can check this one. So there are many actually. Okay, so moving forward, why are deep fakes dangerous? So why is it dangerous to us, to us, and to our society, and the community? Because of what I said, so misinformation and fake news, meaning to say, we can spread false information easily. Maybe we are not going to do that. It's not violating the ethical issues. But then again, there are uh, non-ethical person. Excuse me for that. Okay, so excuse me. Where is that thing? Let me just turn off that one. Okay, close the window. And then, okay, slideshow. Okay. So yeah, that's funny thing. So I I have this 30 minutes to 40 minutes uh time every time I'm going to do a research, I'm going to do something. Moving forward, or going back to our topic, it's all about misinformation, deepfakes, dangerous because of the misinformation, fake news, and identity thief and fraud, no? Especially in political manipulations and ethical and societal concerns. In my example here, this is credits to YouTube again. So Donald Trump is being arrested, Barack Obama is being arrested by the FBI, which is commanded by the Barack Obama, huh? To avoid its being. This is AI generated. It looks like the same to a person acting, confiscating or arresting Barack Obama, the use of the power of the FBI. But then again, if we're going to spread this misinformation, what will happen uh, to the supporters of the Barack Obama and the supporters of Donald Trump? Again, there is no political issue for this one. That's why I posted this example because we're in the Philippines and this isn't from US. But the good the thing is, using the fix is dangerous because of misinformations, and it can cause ethical issues, right? And it can also use as theft of food. Oh, especially in politics. So we can use that one. We can use AI generated of a mayor or or maybe I'm not going to discuss about them. Just again, it's dangerous. Moving forwards, it's in terms of detection. So let's talk about the models, how they are being developed and trained. So there are traditional models like SVM, handcrafted features, and deep learning for CNN, RNN transformers, and multimodal for audiovisual. We have this metadata for compression analysis. And of course, in terms of one of the issue concern, ethical concern is the biases. The bias if how you're going to train how we train the model, how um, we put images, how we gather data set, how we categorize the data set, how we categorize our training data set, the 80%, the 20% for our testing, and etc. So data sets often have demographical imbalances, and yeah, with that, AI is trained more on groups. Say, for example, we have this. You have this data set for the black man, the white man, Chinese, Filipino, and so on and etc. So demographic imbalances made to say you are training, although it's a man or a woman, it's a man. Say for example, I can say 10 white men and then two black men. So it's demographically imbalanced. So under representations of minorities appear less in data, causing more errors. No? So, and when if you're going to talk about artifacts, AI may learn visual quirks like lightning instead of real deepfake threats. And of course, the overfitting. AI works well on trained dataset but fails on new data. Okay, so we are talking about the biases. I me I'm going to say this, but if there are sometimes that I'm going to train my own model using, say for example, yellow model, I'm going to train my own model, then just to make sure that I'm going just for the sake of my demonstration, so uh I'm going to get image or dataset, or sample image or dataset as part of my testing on the trained dataset. So with that, it can, although it can cause overfitting, and then yeah, it can cause also ethical issues. Uh, I do not do that. Okay, so moving forward for dataset biases, moving forward to fairness and challenges. So in terms of accuracy gap between demographical groups and equal opportunity to not guaranteed, followed by minority groups misclassified more often, and fairness not often evaluated in benchmark. So for the accuracy, it works better for some groups, no, than others. And if you're going to say inequality opportunities, not all groups are treated fairly by the model. And for the minority clarification, more errors for underrepresented people. So it's more likely for lack of fairness is rarely tested in the standard evaluation. So yeah, that's for the fairness challenges. Moving forward, so there are key findings from the survey. So we have this demographic bias. Okay, so we have this detection accuracy varies with the demographics. Okay, so depending on the race, the gender, and etc. So we have models fail to generalize across data set. In what way? So we have models often don't work well on a new data set. Okay, then bias also incorporate fairness awareness object. Um, we need to say that models adjust a new different data set, and then incorporate fairness awareness objectives, and then regular audit for models using fairness and metrics. So yeah, with these recommendations, we can say that we can improve the biasness, we can improve though deep fake, we can say that the deep fake is dangerous though. But then there are ethical consideration that we can use AI, AI as an avatar, AI us, which is the AI as we, as an AI, I mean. So there are ethical consideration that AI can help us, especially especially in other in other fields of business and etc. By doing um, they're doing something. Say for example, we hear this one. If you are this part of ethical consideration, if you are not to show your face to the public, you can use your AI version of you, not similar as you, just to make sure that just you need to hide your identity, but the knowledge is there that you're going to share to the public. Okay, so again, use diverse, annotated, and representative data set. So we need to have more data set, not only secondary data set available online. So apply domain adoption and transfer learning. So if you're going to train, we need to apply domain adoption and transfer learning just to make sure that the model is brilliant enough to say that, hey, I have this accuracy, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. I'm good enough to say that it's capable for doing something. Incorporate fairness, aware objectives, and regular audit of models using fairness metrics, of course. So we're going to check time to time the model if it's a it's fairness metrics. Okay, so conclusion, deep fake detection is crucial for AI safety. So second is fairness and generalization must be prioritized. So moving back, deep fake detection is crucial for AI safety. So it's crucial because uh, we don't know if who are those researchers or scientists trained on this particular AI, or maybe a businessman or an entity who train AI for the purpose of non-ethical, uh, non-ethical purposes. So fairness, it should be fair. Ethical collaboration, so it should be collaborated with it should have a collaborations with this. ethical committee in your organization and policy required. Bias in AI harms marginalized group. Okay, so it should have it has a bias in AI harms marginalized groups. And yeah, that's for my reference. I get two aside from those posted images, which is under of those things are the links of what I got them. Okay, so this is all about me, simple about me. I'm currently doing my PhD IT in University of San Carlos. I have simple Google Scholar school and Scopus and Orchid profile. Just please check if you have time. Yeah, that's simple. And yeah, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you and God bless. Thank you, Sir Vlad.